Robert De Niro has spent decades building one of the most recognizable careers in Hollywood, but his latest political appearance may have created a completely different kind of headline. According to claims surrounding a recent rally, De Niro's comments about the American flag, Trump supporters, and the upcoming midterm elections reportedly triggered a heated reaction from people in the crowd, with some attendees allegedly booing and demanding that he leave the stage. And if you're wondering why this matters beyond one Hollywood celebrity, there's a much bigger story developing here. We're seeing more actors openly stepping into political battles, and some audiences are starting to question whether Hollywood stars are pushing their personal politics too far. So what exactly happened, and why is De Niro facing another wave of backlash? Let's break it down. As we move toward the 2026 midterm elections, political activism among major Hollywood celebrities is once again becoming a major point of discussion. Actors including Robert De Niro, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, Jane Fonda, Julia Roberts, and several other high-profile names have frequently been associated with political causes and public activism. And that has created a familiar problem for celebrities who depend on audiences with very different political opinions. We've seen this before. During the 2024 election cycle, numerous Hollywood personalities became heavily involved in political debates, and the result was often a divided audience. Some fans supported their favorite actors even more strongly, while others felt that celebrities were using their platforms to lecture audiences about politics. Now, as the 2026 midterms approach, that conversation appears to be returning, and Robert De Niro has once again found himself right in the middle of it. De Niro has never exactly hidden his political opinions. Over the years, he's been extremely outspoken about Donald Trump and the direction of American politics, but his latest comments have reportedly taken that confrontation to another level. According to the version of events circulating online, De Niro appeared at a political rally and delivered a lengthy speech criticizing MAGA supporters and arguing that the American flag has increasingly become associated with one political movement rather than representing the country as a whole. That particular argument appears to have been one of the biggest flashpoints. The speech reportedly included harsh language toward Trump supporters, along with a message urging Americans to participate in the upcoming election. And that's where the reaction supposedly became intense. According to the claims surrounding the event, several people in the audience began shouting back at De Niro, with some reportedly telling him to get off the stage and accusing him of disrespecting the American flag. The alleged reaction didn't stop there. Some attendees were reportedly heard criticizing his Hollywood career and expressing disappointment that they had once been fans of his work. If that account is accurate, the situation would be especially awkward for De Niro because this wasn't simply criticism coming from people watching a clip online. It was reportedly happening while he was standing directly in front of the audience. The reaction allegedly continued long enough to interrupt his speech, forcing De Niro to respond directly to the crowd. He reportedly told people to stop interrupting him before continuing with his political message and discussing another planned No Kings protest. That brings us to an important distinction. There is nothing unusual about a celebrity having political opinions. Actors are citizens just like everyone else, and they're entitled to express themselves. The controversy begins when audiences feel that a celebrity is no longer simply expressing an opinion, but instead telling them what they should believe, how they should vote, or what makes them a good or bad citizen. And that's exactly why De Niro's comments are generating so much discussion. The American flag is one of the most recognizable symbols in the United States, and it doesn't officially belong to one political party. Republicans, Democrats, independents, conservatives, liberals, and people who don't identify with any political group can all claim it as a symbol of the country. So when someone argues that the flag has effectively become associated with one political movement, it's almost guaranteed to provoke a strong reaction. And this isn't the first time the meaning of the American flag has become part of a celebrity political controversy. Similar arguments have previously emerged around personalities connected to The View, including Sunny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg, whose comments about the flag and political environments also generated significant online discussion. Whether you agree with those comments or not, the larger issue is obvious. The more Hollywood celebrities turn national symbols and elections into political battlegrounds, the more likely they are to alienate portions of their own audience. And that can become especially complicated for actors whose careers were built on appealing to people from all different backgrounds. Unlike political commentators or elected officials, actors usually depend on a broad audience that may not share the same beliefs. Their movies are watched by conservatives, liberals, independents, and people who may not follow politics at all. Think about Robert De Niro's filmography. For decades, audiences have watched him play completely different characters across dramas, comedies, crime movies, and major Hollywood productions. He has portrayed intimidating gangsters, complicated family men, serious professionals, and even comedic characters. People who disagree with his politics can still appreciate his performances and recognize his influence on the film industry. But when a celebrity becomes extremely outspoken politically, some viewers inevitably begin separating the actor from the person, and others find that separation increasingly difficult. A fan may still respect De Niro's acting ability, but repeated political statements can change the way that fan views him outside of his movies. Instead of seeing him only as a legendary performer, audiences may begin associating him primarily with political speeches, public arguments, and controversial interviews. That's one reason political controversies can be so damaging to celebrity brands. It's no longer just about one speech. Every new appearance gets connected to the previous one. A comment made at a rally can be compared with an interview from years earlier, while old clips can suddenly resurface and attract millions of views. Social media makes it almost impossible for celebrities to move past a controversial moment quickly. Every new statement gets clipped and shared. Sometimes a short clip removes the original context, while other times a single sentence becomes the headline for an entire speech. Supporters use the clip to defend the celebrity, critics use it to attack them, and the discussion continues long after the event itself has ended. And suddenly, an actor's political identity can become almost as recognizable as the characters they've played throughout their career. For De Niro, that shift is particularly noticeable because his political comments have become a regular part of public conversation. Instead of discussions focusing only on his films, awards, or upcoming projects, headlines often center on his criticism of Trump, his comments about MAGA supporters, or his appearances at political events. There's another layer to this story as well. De Niro's relationship with Hollywood has been under increased scrutiny in recent years, including discussions surrounding his professional projects and business relationships. Some online commentators have attempted to connect those developments with his increasingly aggressive political commentary. However, those connections should be treated carefully unless they're supported by clear evidence. Online speculation can spread quickly, but speculation is not the same as verified information. A celebrity's political opinions, career decisions, and personal business matters should not automatically be treated as part of one larger explanation without reliable reporting. What we can say is that De Niro remains one of the most politically outspoken major actors in Hollywood, and that guarantees almost every controversial statement he makes will receive enormous attention. His name alone is enough to attract headlines, reactions, and debate. When he speaks at a rally or criticizes a political movement, the story is immediately picked up by entertainment outlets, political commentators, and social media users from both sides of the aisle. And with the midterms still ahead, this probably isn't going away. If anything, we're likely to see more celebrities entering political rallies, endorsing candidates, speaking at protests, and using their enormous platforms to influence public conversations. Some may appear in campaign advertisements, while others may use interviews, award shows, podcasts, or social media to encourage their followers to vote. The real question is whether audiences will embrace that activism or whether another wave of celebrity political involvement will once again create divisions between stars and the people who have supported them for years. Some viewers believe celebrities have every right to speak out because they are citizens with large platforms. Others argue that fame does not automatically make someone an expert on complex political issues. That disagreement is unlikely to disappear, especially as entertainment and politics continue to overlap, because we've already seen what happens when Hollywood and politics become completely intertwined. Some fans become more loyal. They may support the celebrity even more strongly, defend them online, and view their political activism as proof that they are willing to stand up for their beliefs. Others walk away. They may stop watching new projects, avoid supporting the actor financially, or simply lose interest in following their career. In some cases, the controversy becomes more memorable than the celebrity's actual work. And once that relationship between an actor and their audience is damaged, rebuilding it isn't always easy. Even if the celebrity later changes their tone or stops discussing politics, audiences may continue to remember the earlier controversy. Trust can take years to build, but only a few public statements can change the way people view a famous actor. So now the attention turns back to Robert De Niro. Will he continue escalating his political activism as the 2026 midterms approach? Will he appear at more rallies, support specific candidates, or use interviews to deliver even stronger messages to voters? Will other major Hollywood stars follow his lead? And most importantly, will this latest controversy actually have any long-term impact on the way audiences view one of Hollywood's most famous actors? That's something we'll be watching very closely. The coming months could reveal whether celebrity activism remains a powerful way to influence voters, or whether audiences are becoming increasingly tired of political messages from the entertainment industry. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe celebrities should openly campaign and participate in political rallies, or should actors keep their political activism separate from their entertainment careers? Do political statements change the way you view an actor's movies, or can you separate the performer from the person's personal beliefs? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.